Good afternoon, Year 7. Today we're going to be looking at classification and taxonomy. Previously, we've been looking at ecology and ecosystems and looking in depth at how organisms interact with each other, who's the predator, who's the prey. We've also looked at how scientists can study ecosystems and take certain measurements. But now we are going to look at how scientists classify and group these different organisms together. Now, the first two slides of this lesson are a bit of revision. So I'd like you to think back to Year 5 or Year 6 and see if you can list the 7 characteristics of life. Now, I suggest you do these in your notes. Have a little think, try and remember, and write down as many of the 7 that you can remember. If you do get slightly stuck and can't think back to Year 5 or Year 6 and remember, then the answer is on page 3, or slide 3, sorry. So take a look, refresh yourselves, okay? And if you'd like to take notes, then please do from this slide. Now, what is more important is slide number 4. This has got the definition of classification, and as mentioned before, it talks about when scientists put living organisms into groups according to their similar characteristics or traits. Now, these are things such as eye colour, skin colour, number of arms or number of legs, whether the organism is a plant or animal. It could be whether it's got 2 sets of wings or 1 set of wings, and so on. Okay, there are a lot of characteristics that can group different organisms together. What I would like to mention is the importance of the green dart that you can see in the bottom left-hand corner of the slide. Now, if you see this icon, it means that the information on this slide is important and you need to make sure that you write down the information in your notes. So the green dart, which says learning, shows that this slide is very important. You'll notice on slide 5 that there is no green dart, so you don't need to take notes on this slide. You just need to read through it and make sure that what you've read makes sense and you understand. Moving on to slide number 7, you'll see there's another green dart, so the information here is important. Now, moving on to slide 8, there is a table. The instruction on the left-hand side says copy and paste this table into your notes. You simply just need to copy and paste the whole table into your Word document. You don't need to write out all the information yourself. You don't need to create your own table. You can simply just copy and paste this table into your notes. Slide 9 has a link to a brain pop quiz on classification. Now, you may have touched on this quiz yesterday, you may not have, but I would like you to have a go. Even if you have already done it, see if you can beat the score that you got yesterday. Once you've done this, keep working through the PowerPoint and taking notes where appropriate until you get to slide 11. This has 4 questions on this slide, and I'd like you to answer these 4 questions in your notes. Now, if you are slightly stuck or don't quite understand or have the information to answer the question, then read back through the slides and see if the information is there. And if not, try and show some independent learning and research the answer online. See if you can wow your teacher with some extra information that you've managed to find out yourself. Once you have done this, you can carry on and take notes on the rest of the PowerPoint where you see that icon in the bottom left corner. And then once you've done this, you can save your work and make sure it is all neat and nicely laid out. Remember, the better your notes are, the easier it is when it comes to revision and revising for your final exams. Once you've done all this, you have done all the necessary work for today. Remember, if you have any questions, make sure you write them in the correct class questions channel on Microsoft Teams. Okay, you don't need to send your notes to your teacher yet because we will be adding to these probably tomorrow. So that is all for today. Well done. Thank you for joining. We shall see you all tomorrow.